welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hey, hi, hello. My name is Lauren. I am so sorry, you guys, first off, for not posting a video in like 2 weeks. It has been very crazy and hectic, and you probably already know why because you've read the title of this video. Guys, I'm going to be a teacher! I am so excited. I am going to be a 4th grade ELA or English Language Arts teacher this year. This is something that I have been wanting to do for like a year and a half now, and maybe a little bit over that too. I don't know, honestly. It's something I've always toyed with the idea of. But you guys know I went and got my bachelor's degree in communications, and so I've done a lot of like social media marketing stuff. Never really did teaching. But I, after graduating, really didn't enjoy my job as a social media person and was honestly just like really not feeling passionate about it anymore. And so I started kind of looking to other things that I may be interested in. And one thing that I've always been really good at and one thing that I've always loved has been children. I always kind of knew that I really wanted to be with children, but I just wasn't sure quite how to make it work. I really love the idea of being a teacher, but of course I had already gotten my degree in communications, so like how was I going to go back to school and get that degree and become a teacher, and like how was I going to do it frugally, and then also like I don't know, just like how is everything going to work. So North Carolina actually does what's called their NC residency program. It was formerly called lateral entry. So essentially if you have a bachelor's degree in either relative coursework or something similar, you can actually become a teacher. You just actually have to go through this program, which is called like an EPP program, or Educators Preparedness Program. So basically that's what I'm doing. It's a program that gives you like a provisional license to teach your first year, or you can extend it to like maximum 2 years or something like that. But you use this provisional license while you're taking your course classes. So I have 21 hours of coursework that I have to do in order to get my full like NC teaching license, but I can take those classes while I'm teaching. And I'm really excited about that because I wanted to like dive headfirst in and really get started with this. I don't know if you guys know, obviously, like you're probably like, if you watch my videos before, you're like, what is this background, Lauren? Like, what is this? Where does this all come from? This is not something I've literally shared with hardly anybody in my life except for like my very close family. Honestly, I didn't really even share it with a lot of my friends until very recently, but it's been something that I've always wanted to do. And this background is all because I've been doing VIP Kids online, which if you guys want me to do a whole video on that, I can. I might honestly do it just for fun anyways, but it's just teaching Chinese children online. You don't have to have a teaching degree or anything like that to do it. It's a really great way to make extra income. So I'll link my referral code down below if you want to go and like check it out and read more about it. But that's what I've been doing. So that's why this is here. But I have been teaching these little kids online, and it's just really showed me like how much I love to teach and how much I love these kids, and it made me really excited. So about a month ago, I started putting in some like deep, true work, figuring out how on earth I was going to go from being a communications major and a social media person to a teacher. What sort of certifications did I need to get? How was I going to sign up for classes? Like what all did I need to get laid out and in line in order to do this new residency program? I spent like a whole month doing a ton of research. I researched different things on like classroom management, behavioral management, just different teaching styles, different activities and things that I would want to do in certain grade levels in classrooms, what I would do in certain teaching situations. I reviewed and listened to a trillion teacher videos on like their tips and tricks and interview questions and practice things to do and like answers for interview questions, like how to prep for a teacher job fair. All of this stuff. Like I spent hours and hours and hours and hours of endless time on working on this because I wanted to make it happen, and I wanted it to happen this year, this school year. I was determined. I was like, I'm gonna freaking do this. I'm putting in all this hard work. I'm going to become a teacher this year. I'm determined. I'm gonna do it. And I did it! Ah! I did it, you guys. So last Thursday, you guys will see this on this Thursday. I think I'm gonna upload it today. Last Thursday, I went to a teacher job fair, so I got to meet a lot of the schools that did have open positions, and I made a bunch of teacher portfolios, but I made like more of a hard copy of them and put them in these little like project folders from Staples. Maybe I'll link them down below if I can find them. And I can always do a video on those too if you guys ever want to see like what my teacher portfolio looked like for someone who literally had barely any teaching experience at all. I can show you that if you want. I brought a ton of those to the job fair, and a lot of the schools said that is what really impressed them, and that's the reason why I actually got the interview at the school that I accepted my position at. They saw my little portfolio and they were so impressed with it, and they thought, wow, she must be really organized, like she's very on top of things, all this kind of stuff. So they called me in for an interview, and I was so nervous and so excited. It was actually my first like in-person interview besides the ones at the job fair. I talked to a lot of schools at the job fair, so like they kind of did mini interviews there, but it was very crowded. It was very hot. There was like no AC in this place. Oh my God, it was, oh, y'all, it was a mess. It was so hot in there and it was so crowded. So I didn't do like very in-depth interviews with anybody except for like two schools I did pretty good heavy interviews for. And then the rest were like very casual. So I went in, met this principal. She is so awesome. I love her. She's like very bubbly. She's like very good at what she does. She's newer to this school, so I think this is her second or third year. So she is like doing a lot of really awesome stuff in the school that I'm excited about. And we interviewed. I felt very good about my interview, and I was really happy with how things went because I felt like I had done my best. I felt like I had answered questions the way I wanted to answer them. I felt like I brought up all the points and topics that I really wanted to cover. I felt like I answered everything to the best of my ability, and it was just going to be a waiting game at this point. So I had to wait. She was supposed to let me know the next day, called and let me know that they had to interview one more person the following day. So I was supposed to find out I interviewed on Monday, and then I was supposed to learn on Tuesday, and then found out that she was going to be interviewing one more person, so I would have to wait until Wednesday. So I waited patiently until Wednesday afternoon, and I got the call. I got the sweet, sweet call, and I answered it so excited. She was like, I can just hear you smiling through the phone. I see that big smile. And I was like, ah! And so I started to get all excited, and then she said it. She offered me the job as a 4th grade ELA teacher at elementary school. Guys, I am so excited. This school is a really great school. The staff and admin are awesome. I've heard wonderful things about them. Test scores are really great. Like, they're very focused on increasing those for their students. I'm just so excited. Like, she's taking this chance on me. I'm ready to hop into this and like get started and do all these fun things and really enjoy my first year teaching. I'm really nervous, but I'm really excited. I know that I have so much to learn and do and prepare for before the school year starts. But guys, I am ready for it. Let me tell you, I have been doing like an insane amount of research on just a ton of different things to focus on for this school year as a first year teacher. I went ahead and picked up the book, The First Days of School. So I'm reading through that and taking a lot of notes, and I want to implement a lot of those things that they talk about in there. I'm going to be focusing mainly on classroom management and making sure that I get down all of my procedures and what I'm going to be doing in the classroom, because I think that's like the #1 thing that everyone suggests, is that focus on your classroom management first, because that's going to make for a very successful school year. And I could not agree more. So sorry if this lighting is changing. The sun is like popping in and out. So that is what I'm focusing on first, and I'm really, really excited about that. But I would love to hear from those of you guys who are teachers. If you're a teacher and you're watching this, please leave some advice down below for a first year teacher, things that have worked for you, classroom must-haves, tips, tricks, hacks. If you are a 4th grade ELA teacher, give me all the advice, please. I want to hear it. I love to hear from other people and other teachers who have been in this position before. So definitely leave me some stuff down below. I would love to know. As far as kind of what the progression of everything's going to look like, I am waiting to still hear back from the schools that I have to do my programs from. So I applied to a couple, waiting to hear back from those, because it's kind of one of those things where you have to apply but also get a job at the same time. So it's all kind of like happening at once. So I'm waiting to hear back from those. Once I figure out what school I'll be attending to do my program from, those classes will probably start like end of August. Classes for me as a teacher, our school will not start until August 26th. So I do have like a month, like almost exactly a month to go and or just to prepare and have everything ready. We have our open house night on August 22nd. So that's going to be a big priority to plan for, but I have training on the 13th, 14th, and 15th. So I'm excited about that because I already know one girl who's going to be going to the training. So I'm excited just to hang out with her at least. And then I have some more training on the 20th and 22nd, and I cannot get into my classroom until the 16th. Which is making me a little nervous because I really wanted to have plenty of time to kind of prepare the classroom. But since I'm not, I think it's gonna be okay. You know, I'm just gonna prepare as much as I can from home and get whatever I can ready, and then be able to go in the classroom and bring Clay and my mom and probably a couple other friends to just come and help me set things up and do things so that it'll be a much faster process than just me by myself. The school is really awesome, and they have spent a lot of their PTA money on collecting and getting donations of books for different grade levels, and they're going to let the new teachers come in and pick out a couple to kind of build their classroom library. So I'm super thankful for that. They do also have an amazing collection of books that you can also use as resources in your classroom. So if I want to switch those in and out for different seasons or months or themes that we're talking about in the class, I can do that. That was definitely one of my big things I wanted to focus on getting for my classroom were books, because I'm an ELA teacher and I love reading and I want my kids to love reading. So a library is my big focus on things I want to get for the classroom. I do also have an Amazon wish list for my classroom. If you guys feel so inclined, or you find that maybe you just have a couple extra dollars you'd love to donate to the classroom, I know that myself and my students, my future students, will be so incredibly thankful for that. It is very expensive for a new year teacher to set up her classroom and get everything the way that she wants it, or he get it the way they want it, and make sure that I have everything that I want to teach my children and have enough supplies and things for them so that we're not worried about that all school year long. So if you would love to donate to my classroom, it would be so incredibly appreciated. Like I said, I will link the Amazon wish list down below. And thank you in advance for anyone who does that, because that honestly would make my day. But overall, I am just so excited, you guys. I have not been able to wipe the grin off my face for the past 24 hours. I went in this morning and actually toured the school with the principal. She showed me around, showed me where all the centers, or not centers, but specials are. So art, technology, music, all that good stuff. Showed me the library, showed me the gym where they do all the assemblies, everything else. I could not go in my physical classroom because they were actually waxing the floors. So I could not go in my physical classroom, but she did show me a classroom with the same dimensions, and also showed me kind of the cubbies and tables and things like that that will be in my classroom. So I have a very good idea of what it will look like and what I'm going to need, which is awesome. And I'm so excited. Oh my gosh, you guys, I am just still in disbelief that I get to be a teacher this year, that I get to teach so many awesome little kiddos. So the way our school works is, because I'm just teaching ELA, I will also teach every other day a social studies class. So I will do that as well for 45 minutes with my homeroom at the beginning of the day. So I'll have 45 minutes of homeroom, 120 minutes where I keep my homeroom class and teach them ELA, and then we go to lunch and then recess, and then we come back, and then I get the other half of my students. So I share it with a math teacher. So she'll get my homeroom and my kids from the beginning of the day, and then I get the section for another 120 minutes and teach them ELA. And then I have my teacher work time at the end of the day. It's the last thing that I have, which is awesome, and it's 45 minutes. So while they go and do specials at the end of the day, I get that time for my teacher planning and preparing, which is really cool, because I can basically plan for the next day and have everything ready to go. So that's a big plus. I'm really excited about that. I think that's going to be really cool. And then every other day that I'm not teaching social studies, I will teach a science lesson, but the math teacher comes up with a science lesson. So we just flip-flop our plans that we come up for those, and we teach them to our class. So I'll teach science, social studies, and ELA, but main focus is ELA. If that makes sense. If you have questions down below, let me know, because I will answer them. But that's what I figured out. And I don't actually get access to my curriculum for probably a couple weeks, because they have not come in yet. We got like a new curriculum is what my principal is saying. So I'm kind of nervous about that because I really wanted to go over stuff. But she did say that she could get some like login information or like online resources for me to go over, which would be like very, very awesome and very helpful for me because I want to make sure that I can go over everything. Thank you guys so much for coming along on this journey. I'm really excited to share things like getting my classroom ready, different projects and activities that I'll be teaching, how I'm prepping for the new school year. Like I want to do teaching vlogs. I'm going to do like first week of school vlog. I want to do all sorts of fun things. And I do have a teacher Instagram where right now I've only shared like VIP kid stuff. I will link it down below if you want to go and follow me there. That would be awesomely appreciated. And if you're a teacher, please, like I said, please feel free to leave comments and tips and tricks and all that kind of good stuff down below. And lastly, I will have my Amazon wishlist link in the description box. So if you guys want to donate to my classroom, that would be really, really cool. And without further ado, guys, that's going to bring us to the end of today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe to this channel. You guys can do that by clicking the little red subscribe button right down below. And I will see you all in my next one. Bye!